Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique and reaction videos on basically anything on the internet that interests me, ranging from pop culture to internet culture and anything in between. So if any of that interests you, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. Alrighty guys, in today's video we have a few dramas that we're going to cover. We're doing another dive into the drama, which is a series I've been doing on my channel where I basically talk about different dramas going on the internet. In today's video, we have dramas regarding Heath and Zayn from the Vlog Squad, Hailey and Ryan Trahan, and James Charles, which will be our main story for today's video. And by the way, there will be timestamps for all the dramas that I discuss, so if you want to skip to a certain one, go ahead and click down below in the description, but I highly recommend you listen to them all because they're all pretty juicy. So without further ado, let's get into it because I'm about to dive in to the tea. Let's get it. Alrighty, so in my last video, which if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below, I discussed the Vlog Squad's apologies, those who gave apologies, whether their apologies were good or not, and those who did not give apologies. So two people who did not come out and speak about what occurred was Zayn and Heath, and these two people were not there the night that the essay occurred. However, these two people have done other problematic stuff, like Zayn, for example, has been seen in video footage groping Gabby Hanna's breast, which I will not include in this video because that's essay, but there is video proof. And I also have seen them do lots of other problematic things which you don't really get into. Basically, the point is they should really come out and speak about this situation because they've been involved in a lot of problematic things. But instead of doing that, they are basically silencing their audience and they are allegedly blocking certain words from their channel. Certain words like Hannah, H3H3, Trisha Paytas, allegedly they're blocking these words from their comment section where basically if you comment, your comment will be deleted or go straight to spam. So they're basically silencing their audience. And I personally have issue with this. I would like it if they came out and spoke about everything going on and addressed all of their problematic things. If other members of the Vlog Squad can do it, so can you. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have some Hailey Pham and Ryan Trahan dramas. So a couple of dive into the dramas ago, I spoke about Hailey Pham and Ryan Trahan's secret wedding. So allegedly, well not allegedly because now it's been proven, they had a secret wedding in November of 2020 without masks and without social distancing and in the middle of a panorama, of all things, a panini press. So this is really, really problematic because they were being super selfish by doing so. And in their apology video, they basically admit to that. They take accountability for what they did. They said it was selfish. They said that they were just in a rush to get married, so they were selfish instead of cautious. And Ryan also speaks about how he wants to take accountability because he feels as though Hailey gets a lot of the flack and a lot of the criticism and he doesn't, which is definitely true, which I think is rooted in misogyny because I think that women are held to a higher standard than men and women often get more hate than men. But I'm thinking of making a whole video about that, so I'll save that conversation for another time. But I basically think it's misogynistic as to why Hailey Pham is getting all of the hate and all of the flack. Ryan is not getting any of it. If you go to the comment sections of any of their videos, Hailey gets a lot of hate on her videos, and at the time when this was being exposed, their secret wedding, she was getting a lot of the flack and a lot of the hate, whereas Ryan Trahan's comment section was super squeaky clean. It just doesn't really make sense unless you look at it through a misogynistic lens. So that's basically that on that. I don't know, what do you guys think in the comments below? Do you forgive them for having a secret wedding in the middle of a panorama? I personally don't. I think it was wrong, and I think they should just wait like everybody else in America who's having to wait to have their weddings. So I personally think it was wrong, and I do not accept their apology. Moving on. So now we have our main drama for the video, which is the James Charles drama. So I recently, about a month ago, made a video about the allegations that came out against James Charles of G-wording, I'll put the word on the screen here, a minor. So he was allegedly, even though there was video and photo proof, but I'm going to still use the word allegedly because I'm not looking to get sister sued, was chatting up a minor and texting a minor and sending inappropriate, lewd and lascivious messages and photos to a minor. Now, I made a whole video about this, so if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it down below. But just a month later, it's happening again. And this is just interesting because James Charles admitted what he did was wrong because he said that the previous boy lied about his age and he should have done his due diligence by ID checking him or just checking some sort of identification to prove his age. And he even responded in a tweet saying, "I'm not trying to get out of anything. No matter what happened, it was unacceptable, embarrassing, and I should have taken the extra steps to research the person I was talking to. There is no excuse. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is on me." So James, if you stand by your tweet, fool you twice, shame on you. This is on you. You can't blame this on the person again. And he stayed silent about this. He hasn't come out with a statement as of me making this video, but I guess we'll wait and see if he does. But shame on you, because this is happening again for the who knows how many times this has happened at this point, but it just keeps happening. And like I said in my last video, once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, and 3 times is a pattern. And at this point, it's becoming a pattern and it's disgusting. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this boy came out and made a TikTok, and I won't show his TikTok because he is underage, but he basically showed all these conversations with James Charles that he had, and this is all alleged, even though he's got photo proof. But like I said, not looking to get sister sued. So he's got a picture of James Charles on Snapchat that says, "Okay, good night, cutie," and that would be so cute. So nothing too crazy. I mean, yes, it's inappropriate if it's to an underage person, but nothing too sexual like the last time. Now, he says in these Snapchat screenshots, "What the F is your problem? Posting screenshots of my snaps to your private story? I strongly recommend that you keep my name out of your mouth or we're going to have a major problem. I'd love to remind you that you were the one who called me cute and said you were bisexual and into me. Hold up. Get a life and respect people's privacy. We already talked about this. That's a complete lie, you idiot. You're backpedaling because you got caught. No intentions whatsoever. Don't ever speak to me again. I added you and minded my own business until you called me cute and were flirting with me. I don't know, the message got cut off." Now, lying about your age to bait someone is against the law, by the way. I didn't delete anything, and which messages? The messages of you admitting you lied about your age, and I saved them and they're gone. I don't know, but I can promise you I didn't delete anything, lol. So yeah, that's basically all the screenshots of the conversation, and people are really frustrated with this because, like I said, it's happened multiple times. And also on the boy's TikTok account, which I'm assuming James found him through TikTok since he talks about TikTok boys all the time, the boy made several tweets about being a really tall 15-year-old because he's a 6'9", 15-year-old, and he made lots of different TikToks about that. So I'm assuming that it would have been easy enough for James to verify his age. And James even wished him happy birthday in one of his tweets. So clearly he must have known how old he was because he messaged him happy birthday. I mean, yes, the boy could have lied about his age, and allegedly James might have not known, but if you just went on his TikTok and did your slight little bit of research, it would be easy enough to see how old he is. That's the problem with this whole thing, is just do your research, do your due diligence. And also, if you guys want to seek out and see what the boy looks like in your own time, that's fine. I'm just not going to include him in my video because I don't include mine as pictures in my videos. But the boy looks visibly young. He looks like he's 12. He's 15, just turned 16, but he looks visibly young. I don't know why James goes for such visibly young boys. And there was a video that came out on the Impulsive podcast about a year ago where James speaks about his type, which is young boys. So I'll play the clip for you now.
Okay, so the thing is, for me, I'm 21, but like I said, I have the mentality of a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I'm much more mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people my age. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like 24 that like has a young personality.
Okay.
But a lot of times, like, they're TikTok boys that like can't just pick up their life and move to LA, or like aren't ready for an actual relationship.
And then there was another clip where he basically speaks about how he would fly people out to come spend time with him, and he catches himself by saying, "Oh, you know, usually these guys are in high school or college, oh, senior in high school." So he has to correct himself to say senior in high school, but he said high school, so he was caught there live in stereo in 4K saying that he dates people in high school, allegedly. So I'll play that clip for you now.
"Hey, like, why don't you come visit?" Like, "Well, I can't afford a plane ticket."
Yep.
And it's like, "Okay, well, I can. So like, get on the plane." And like, "Well, I just don't really feel comfortable with that. But like, I love you and I really want to be together." And I'm like, "Well, we can't be together because you can't afford a plane ticket. You're probably still in either high school or college, like a senior in high school or in college.
Right.
So like, either you accept the flight and realize that like, this is what I'm bringing to the relationship so we can spend time together if you actually care about me.
Yep.
Or we literally never meet."
Now, an update on the whole situation is the boy said his parents had to make him take it down because they apparently got contacted by the police. But now the video is off TikTok, but you can still find it on Twitter if you want. But yeah, it's basically all those screenshots that I showed you. Now, a couple of influencers have come out and spoken about this. Now, Chris Clemens basically made a joke by saying, "Ugh, my dog needs a haircut. Could use some good recommendations since Google is of no help." And then he looked up best G word, Los Angeles, because obviously the G word is also used to give dogs haircuts. And it came up with James Charles, which is very ha ha ha, very funny, very lol.
So funny.
And then Trisha Paytas came out and tweeted, "James Charles deserves a prison. I really hope one of these parents press charges. It's so nauseating. I'll say without a shadow of a doubt, James Charles is the only creator that deserves to be banned and stripped from all social platforms. He's abusing it by sexting minors, but repeated behavior happening. The way James talked to him after 2, threatening him, being aggressive, putting blame on a 15-year-old child for the interaction. Disgusting! Disgusting! Yeah, it is disgusting. James, this is your responsibility. You can't talk so aggressively to a 15-year-old like that and and make it his problem. If he lied about his age, then whatever. Like I said in my last video, there's a power imbalance there, okay? Of course they're gonna lie about their age. They want to talk to you. You're a huge influence to them, and they're so excited to talk to you, so they're gonna lie about their age. It's not, they're underage, so it's not their problem. It's your problem. It's your responsibility to do your due diligence and find out how old these people are. Why are we still having this conversation? Like, it's not that hard. Oh god, it really does my head in. And then there were some other tweets. So there was this tweet by this user who said, didn't really have a bad experience with this guy, referring to James Charles, but my friend did. Anyways, the way he talks to people just proves his stories and how it's a constant recurring theme. I don't know, maybe this will help with the whole James Charles thing. I feel bad for the other guys. So he says that his friend was 17 years old when James reached out to him, although he doesn't have proof of the screenshots of him talking to his friend, but he has proof of James talking to him, which basically just proves how James makes everything sexual. So basically he said, did you take your shower? I'm actually getting in it right now. Wow, you're so handsome. The beard is fire. Thank you. I don't know whether to shave it or not. What do you think? Don't. I think facial / body hair is so hot on guys. I'm like the total opposite. Also hate shaving my facial hair because my skin is prone to razor burn for some weird reason. Well, lucky for you, I'm hairless. Ha ha ha. So is mine. It's so annoying. But like facials and defoliants don't hurt my skin whatsoever. It's very strange. Let me finish showering and I'll tell you more about me. And James says, KK, shaking my head, shower snaps would be a lot more. And then the guy sends him a Snapchat. So basically, as you can see, they're just talking about beards and facial hair, just keeping it super cash. And then James makes the conversation super sexual and asks to snap him in the shower. Now this guy isn't underage, but it just goes to show how he goes about talking to his fans or to people who reach out to him. And I just think it's gross. Like, I'm all for sexting people when they're above age and it's consensual, but when it comes to this, there's a power imbalance, okay? So that's where the issue lies. And there's also this video of this girl that came out on TikTok where she said that James would allegedly catfish as girls and try and get nudes from his school's soccer team when he was in high school, which just once again paints a picture in his behavior. But this is all alleged, but I'll play you the TikTok anyway.
Is it just me, or does like everybody from the 518 just know that James Charles catfished his whole high school soccer team for all their nudes, and like nobody ever says anything? But I've talked to so many people in the 518 about like James Charles, and they're like, oh my god, you know the catfish situation? Like, we all know it, but all the people from his hometown just don't say anything. Like, what?
Alrighty guys, so while editing this video, literally more allegations came out against James Charles from another 16-year-old saying that he was sending him inappropriate messages. So I'm just going to go ahead and read these out to you now. So he basically said in this snap, do you have a nice body? This one he said, do you shave your body? Next one he said, I'm just laying in bed, bored and horny. Next one says, just take a pic, you dumbass. Next one says, okay, got it. You've got big dick energy, lol. Next one says, come pick me up for some roadhead. So as you can see, this is really inappropriate. I cannot believe this happened not even a day later than the last one. Like, there are just countless accusations at this point, allegedly. Now, he is seeing some repercussions for his actions. Like, for example, Kylie Jenner allegedly unfollowed him on Instagram, and obviously they're supposedly friends, so that's very telling. And also his palette just restocked with Morphe, and Morphe posted a picture of it saying, restock, the iconic Morphe x James Charles artistry palette is back in stock at Morphe.com. And then people were commenting stuff like, wrong timing, you might want to think this one through, read the room, y'all really restocked this, yikes. And then Morphe actually deleted the post off of Instagram. So they still haven't dropped ties with James Charles, but they deleted their restocking post with him. So who knows, maybe Morphe is finally going to drop James Charles, but I personally think that he makes them far too much money and they're going to keep him, which is very hypocritical because they dropped Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star for similar accusations. But that's basically it on the James Charles allegations, drama, accusations, everything. Let me just chuck a little allegedly in there. Everything that's come out over the past couple days. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think it's ridiculous that this keeps happening if this is true. I think James Charles really needs to rein it in and get it together and just like stop. Just stop. Press pause, press brakes, hit stop, and just think. Because you're not using your head. Like I said in my last video, he's thinking with his sister schlong, not his sister snoggin. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts. If you've not already, please make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. If you've not already, all my social media is linked down below if you want to follow me, as well as a link to my second channel, my merch, my podcast, my Cameo, and all linked down below will be videos that I mentioned. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you in my next one. And as always, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye!